Hi there, guys, and welcome to the 5th episode of
Selfcare
Selfcare Saturdays.
Saturdays.
We are here with
Lil T.
and Eleni Janice, and we're super excited to be here today. We're very passionate about what we do. To just be here and connecting and sharing our stories with the world, I think is such an amazing thing.
100%.
Yeah. So, I don't know what it is that you are currently doing, but congratulations on all your past events. I think, the people that have been watching you for a long time are super proud of you. I think that's such an amazing experience to see, all of these people around you getting impacted,
100%.
and feeling like they're not alone. So cheers to that. I think that's such an amazing thing.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's definitely been an amazing journey so far. I've been speaking, we're going on 7 years now. So yes,
that's crazy.
it's a nice little milestone, but I'm just really grateful for the journey.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the trials and tribulations that I've been through, because that's where the whole self-care comes in, learning how to adapt to certain situations that we go through in life.
Right.
So
how do you stay focused then? Like, how do you apply self-care, through that process or through your everyday life?
Right. I got a solid relationship with God. And that's just having that relationship with God and, having that spiritual aspect. I think that's very important. And I also make sure I surround myself with the right people, because I think that when you surround yourself with the wrong crowd, or you got people in your ear that are very negative all the time, it just really messes with your mental.
It can drain you down. Yeah,
right,
definitely.
It drains you.
And it can get you off course,
right,
for sure.
Right. So I got a solid 3 people, 3 or 4 people. I got a small circle. I got a lot of fans and supporters, but I got, 3 or 4 people that I'm constantly in contact with that really just keep me uplifted and motivated.
That definitely motivate you too and support you. Yeah,
right.
That is awesome.
And it's always good to have people around you that aren't just yes men. People that will tell you the truth, whether it hurts your feelings or not, because that's how you're going to grow.
Yes.
When you have people around you that are going to tell you the truth no matter, and don't just tell you what you want to hear. So
exactly.
I got everybody in my circle is people that are telling me, what's right and what's the truth. And so that's really, it keeps me healthy.
That's the only way that you grow and learn in life is by listening. And I think that's one of the biggest struggles that we have, or that we've always faced, even since we were teenagers. We never like to be told what to do, or we never like to hear the truth. But, being able to just have that mindset, okay, I'm going to learn and actually open up myself to new opportunities and see what is out there for me. I feel like that right there already welcomes you and puts you in new levels. And, before you realize that you already have thousands of new doors already open for you. But that's awesome.
Right.
That's awesome that that's what you do, to take care of yourself. I think that's protecting yourself mentally. I think it's such an important thing that a lot of people can definitely take. But some of the things that I do to keep myself focused, I don't know if you guys know who I am, but I am a mom of 4.
Okay,
I have 3 boys and I have a girl, and I also have 10 dogs.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's been a crazy journey. I love my whole process. I love the ups and downs. I feel like it has made me into the woman that I am. I remember being a teenager, just completely not knowing which way to go, and just trying to find the love out there that was always inside of me. And I think that is the biggest thing that everybody should learn to do, is to learn to love yourself first before you expect that from either anybody else or from the world. I feel like once you love yourself or learn to love yourself, you definitely put yourself in a better position, and that's pretty,
And if you don't mind me asking, what are some pinpointers for the people that are listening right now that might be struggling with loving themselves? What is something you could say that you learned, or something that really pressed upon your heart that made you really focus on loving yourself? And I love to give some, tips that I found out about myself. But
definitely one of the biggest things was learning to not be your biggest critic. As a mom, I feel like we can feel guilty all of the time, or we can
Right.
feel like we're never doing enough for our kids, or, you know, even just like any little girls out there listening, you feel like maybe you're not good enough for things, you know, but I'm here to tell you that you are more than enough.
Come on.
You know, you definitely have what it takes. You are more than qualified, and that was something that I had to learn on my own after facing many challenges and my fears and understanding my gifts and talents. You know, I feel like
Right.
that is definitely something that I had to learn so that I could be my best self. But yeah, so, you know, I feel like knowing to be not a big critic for you, like, I think that's something that has helped me in my journey to learn to love the good and the ugly,
The ugly
you know.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's all a part of what makes you beautiful. You know, we
Right.
all fearfully, wonderful, beautifully made, you know.
Right.
So for us to embrace that, I think that is just such a beautiful thing, you know, for people to own who you are.
Come on, you're speaking life right now. I love your brand. I love what you represent. I love what you stand for. You know, when I called you and I said, hey, I got to get you on the Self-Care Saturday, I was just like, this has to happen. We've been talking about it for years, and, you know, every time, you know, I sit down with you or I get an opportunity to talk to you, I can just, I feel nothing but life, like when we talk, you know,
Thank you.
and I'm proud of you for taking the time to actually sit down with me, but actually, you know, share these thoughts and share these things, because there's a lot of people out there that are dealing with certain things right now, and they're listening and they're like, they're not okay with themselves.
Yeah.
They're not okay with who they are as a person. So for you to share different things, what is something that you feel like if somebody right now is listening and they may be just in a dark place and they just need some uplifting encouragement or just need that push, what would you tell that person that right now that feels like they're not enough, or they feel like they are alone?
Well, I feel like we live in a world that is constantly telling us who we should be. So my biggest advice is in a world where, you know, you could be anything, choose to be yourself and choose to believe in yourself and love yourself and accept yourself, forgive yourself and respect yourself, invest in yourself, and like, I don't know, I don't know, I feel like I said it everything, but like, know your worth. You
Right.
know, I think that's the biggest thing is know your worth. Know that you were meant for more. You were called to do so many things, but you just got to learn to step out of that comfort zone. I think, you know, when you learn to step out of your comfort zone, you are going to rocket, you know. But one of the biggest things that I also did as far as, you know, with learning to stay focused with my life and my brand and all of my daily goals was definitely creating a routine that was going to help me stay on track with that, you know.
And what were some things that you did for?
So some of the things that I did, it could be like 3 goals that, you know, I set for myself daily. But I would definitely say that I have a binder that I've been having for years.
That's awesome.
And I would write all of my ideas, all of my notes, like everything that I had in my heart, I would write it. And I still look at it till this day. I also created vision boards that would, like, you know, throughout the years I update. So those things have
What's
been
a vision board for the people that don't know?
So a vision board, well, depending how you want to do it, like I said, you can get a binder and you can just get a construction paper, go through some magazines, cut up whatever interests you. I think that's the biggest thing with staying on track is knowing who you are and what you like.
Right.
So that is going to help you like figure out what it is that you like. You know, go through some cool magazines, cut out whatever you feel like best fits you, and then you know, look at that daily. And when you envision it, that's why it's called vision board, because it's literally a board that you envision. And then so like when you envision something, you manifest it. And look at us now. You know, I mean, I remember years ago dreaming about this and planning all of these things that are happening in my life, and I just had no idea how to do it. And I think that's what brought me into creating my Boss Mom brand. So to those of you who don't know, like I said, the name of my brand is called Boss Mom Branding. And it's basically a digital platform for all the women out there who are looking forward to creating a business, or if you have an idea, you know, that's basically what I do. I offer courses, and I have mentorship programs too for you if you need any help with any of those areas like brand development or personal development.
Okay.
So yeah, that's, you know, like I said, that's what I do, and you know, I've been looking forward to this with you. and just share my story and connect and, meet these other wonderful women out there that are eager to like work with me. I feel like that's why I joined this.
Right.
I always wanted to make sure that women weren't alone, and that's one of the biggest reasons as to why I also started this,
Come on, man. High five on that one. I like that because, like, that's my brand. That's what I represent is the You Are Not Alone. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen, but I actually just went out to Bismarck, North Dakota, and, I went out there with my slogan being You Are Not Alone. Right. The kids changed it because they see me throwing up the W. They said, Lil T, the W stands for we, and we are not alone. Oh, okay. So they done switched it all around. So, yeah, we got a whole new slogan. Now it's We Are Not Alone. So shout out to the kids in Bismarck. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, so it's exciting. Yeah. But there's a lot of girls where I feel like they struggle with everything you're talking about. Yeah. And
we struggle with being liked, with being loved, with being accepted, with having
how we
real friendships, or just it's just so many things, and then, like I said, I grew up, watching MTV and, back in the 90s, and you look at all these people that they have to look a certain way, be a certain way to be accepted. And, I love the fact that, I fell in love with my imperfections. So that will always be my best advice is fall in love with your imperfections because that is what makes you you. That is what makes you unique. And when you discover who you are, that is when you begin to tap into your purpose. That is when you discover your purpose. And when you discover your purpose, that is where the Creator begins to move for you.
Amen. That's powerful. So for the people that are listening, for all the females that are listening,
know that you are more than enough.
Come on, speak it.
You are overqualified. Yes. You are great.
You are beautiful.
You were chosen.
You are wonderful.
You are uniquely, beautifully, wonderfully, fearfully made.
100%.
And you can be anything that you set your mind to do.
Yes, and you're a queen.
Yes.
You're a queen.
That's
you're not just a girl, you're not just a woman, you are a queen.
That's right.
And you represent royalty. You're not just a person. You have purpose. So there's a lot
that's
of
why, I became a podcaster because I knew that if I wanted to lead, I knew that I had to let go of the idea of being perfect,
right.
And I had to face my fears. Like I said, I had to step out of my comfort zone, create a routine that would help me to stay focused on my long and short-term goals and be the voice that people like me needed to hear.
Well, I appreciate you starting your brand. And I really do appreciate you continuing to fight on because I feel like a lot of people don't get to hear that. And for all the listeners out there that are struggling with something right now, I want to let you know I appreciate you for continuing to fight for what you're going through or what you're dealing with because there's people out there right now that are listening that are just looking for that little bit of a push, that little bit of hope, and they're discouraged right now.
And know that everything in life has a season. Not everything in your life has a timing. So embrace everything because
every moment.
I know that right now you probably feel like crushed or you feel like where you are, there's just no breakthrough. But you are an overcomer. And, I can already see through this podcast a lot of people are going to feel that. And, 100%. I love you guys so much. If y'all are out there listening, please hit me up. I always love to get to know my listeners and connecting with the world out there. I feel like that is something that not most people do.
Right.
Like I said, we do live in a pretty crazy world, but I love it. I love everything about it, and I feel like there's not many people that are willing to speak up about all of the things that are important or that are going on in the world. So the fact that we're here today, I think is such a powerful thing. We had a lot of technical difficulties in the beginning. We had a lot of distractions going on. But we're here, and
right.
that's what it is about literally flowing, going through it, just flowing with life, right. And not being so serious, just allowing yourself to just be free.
Right. Ain't nothing perfect, and nobody's gonna be perfect.
Yep.
So don't aim to be perfect. If you're
That's
listening
right.
and somebody's, you feel like you got to be perfect, release that thought, because you don't have to be perfect. You're beautiful in your own way, and you're amazing just the way you are.
That's
so
right.
I love how you said to love your imperfections.
Yeah, love your imperfections, and today's Saturday, so take some time to sit back and relax and embrace how far you have come.
Come on.
Cheers to that.
Come on. I love it. I appreciate it.
And don't forget to tune into my Sipping Tuesdays.
Come on. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming over and actually giving me a time to, talk to you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here. It's such an honor. You're, like I said, you're doing amazing things, and I know that you have such a even higher calling for you. So I pray that God continues to bless you.
Thank you.
And that you're continue to guide yourself with the right people, and just continue making these powerful, awesome moves that you're making.
100%. I definitely.
And Nola's got your back. And Nola, we trust.
Come on. Let's go. Yeah, definitely 100%. Well, it's been a blessing having you on episode number 5. I'm grateful that you got the opportunity to actually, bring life to all my listeners and bring life to all your listeners. And for all the people that are listening, just know that your life has purpose. Yes. You matter. You're beautiful the way you are, and you are made to do great things. So we appreciate you to listening to episode number 5, and we'll be back next week with episode number 6. I appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all have an amazing Saturday.
I love you guys.
Let's go.